And I'm Josiah Harris.
And this is your news for AHS. Weather today will be cloudy with a high in the 70s and a low in the 60s. The rest of the week will be cloudy and will stay the same temperature throughout.
Today for lunch, we'll be having a crispy chicken or beef saw taco.
The Spirit Week dress up has been decided for next week. Monday is pajama day for e-learning. Tuesday is twin day. Wednesday is dress like your favorite teacher day. Thursday is color wars. Remember that the seniors are black, juniors are purple, sophomores are blue, and freshmen are pink. And lastly, Friday is red and green day.
Next Friday is the next pep session. Be sure to participate next week's Spirit Week. The class who gets to pick two teachers to pie in the face, and the most spirited boy or girl of the class will be crowned Mrs. Green and Mr. Red. They will be crowned with a tiara. More information about how to win will come later.
This Monday will be an e-learning day. All classes will be on Google Meets, and they will be 25 minutes long with a 5-minute break in between to get to your next meeting. You will have an assignment on Canvas for each class. They are due in 3 days after being assigned. First period is 8 a.m. to 8:25. Second period is 8:30 to 8:55. Third period is 9 a.m. to 9:25. Fourth is 9:30 to 9:55. Fifth is 10 a.m. to 10:25. Sixth is 10:30 to 10:55, and lastly, seventh is 11 a.m. to 11:25.
The second round of the senior homecoming voting has begun, and the rest of the class's first round of homecoming voting, check your emails and vote for your year's homecoming courts. The voting ends today at 2:30, so go vote.
Speaking of homecoming, the game is on the 15th and the dance is on Saturday the 16th. Tickets are on sale, and you can buy them at ahs.hometownticketing.com.
There's a dress code for homecoming, don't forget. Dresses can't have a slit that exceeds the mid-thigh, they can't have a cut below the bust line, they can't show any skin underneath the dresses, and undergarments cannot be shown. And remember, men, you must wear slacks, a button dress shirt at all times. Watch out for the themes to be released soon, and a return of fit checks will be at the homecoming dance.
The high school is having a GoFundMe for the tailgate. If you want to help donate, go to Anderson High School Homecoming Tailgate, GoFundMe.com.
Noblesville Schools Community Center will be hosting an HBCU College Fair today at 5:30 and ends at 8 p.m.
On Friday, September 15th, the Anderson University is hosting their 3rd annual Latinos Rising. The event will be at AU's campus from 9:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. Lunch will be provided along with a swag bag. This year, they are partnering with the Indiana Latino Institute, and will be a great opportunity to hear about both institutions. If you would like to learn more, register and check your email from Ms. Wilson.
This week after school, tutoring has started. Mondays will be ELA and science. Go to Mr. Cullen in B105, Mrs. Notes in B205, or Ms. Van Beck in B108 for English help. For biology, go to Mr. Notes at an A111, or for chemistry and physics to Mr. Neal in A228. Tuesday would be a math and social studies. For algebra, go to Mr. Layden E205, and for geometry and trade help to go to Mrs. Hunt in E204. For social studies, go to Mr. Baldwin in C104. Wednesday would be ELA and social studies help, and Thursday will be math and science help. All of these will be from 2:45 to 4 o'clock.
Penny Wars starts next week during Spirit Week. Get those pennies ready. If you are new to Penny Wars, the 1 penny is worth a point, and $1 is worth 100 points. $5 worth 500, $10 worth 1,000, but a nickel takes away 5 points. Dimes take away 10 points, and lastly, quarters take away 25 points. All the money will go to later school events, so make sure to participate for events later in the year. And get ready for the Total Drama Island skit for Penny Wars.
Be sure to submit your photos for school events at ahs.tribecast on Instagram.
This week's entertainment in theaters will be Equalizer 3, The Barbie Movie, The Blue Beetle, Oppenheimer, and Mission Impossible. Also this weekend is the Anderson Powwow Market. Go and learn about Native American culture. It starts at 11 in the morning and ends at night on Saturday, but closes early at 4 on Sunday.
Today in global history, in 2001, Kylie Minogue releases her biggest single, I Just Can't Get You Out of My Head. In 1986, the first episode of Oprah Winfrey's show debuts nationally. Now on to Anthony Talaferro with today's Sports Corner.
Thank you, guys. There are no games to report on, so we're just moving straight to the current sports news. The co-ed cross-country team is going to the Wildcat Classic Invite at 9 a.m. tomorrow. The girls volleyball team is competing in the Madison County tournament, and their second game is tomorrow at 9 a.m. Today at 7 p.m., the varsity football team has an away game against Marion. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., the junior varsity football team has a home game against Marion. Continuing with football, Monday, the freshman football team has an away game against Carmel at 6 p.m. Softball has started their fall workouts. If you're interested in being part of the Lady Tribe softball team, join them on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3:20 to 5:20 in the weight room, and Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 o'clock to 4:30 out in the softball field. The wrestling team is having a call-out meeting for the new season September 14th at 6 p.m. in the cafeteria. The swim team is having conditioning start September 19th. They'll have conditioning practice after school until 3:45 on Thursdays, and Tuesday and Thursday until fall break. The season begins the Monday after fall break for the boys and girls. It will officially begin on November 6th. If you have any questions, see Coach Eddie in the pool during school. Now on to Mason Bryant with today's viewer's verdict.
Thank you, Anthony. My name is Mason Bryant, and this is Viewer Verdict. I'll be reading some of your comments from the start of the year. So let's start from 3 weeks ago. Colby125 said at 2:52. And now from 3 weeks ago, Mr. Z said, "Dude, how do you spoil John Wick 4 for me? So uncool." I know, right? Travis, he was excited to, I was excited to watch the John Wick franchise. Then I heard the spoilers. We got to work with Travis on that one. From 2 weeks ago, Holden Law said, "This is sad. Why is school starting?" Hold on. Sorry for the late response to this one, but it's crazy how close we are to the end of this quarter already. Some more comments from 2 weeks ago. Contain name 5965 said, "Amazing. Thank you for the kind comments. We're trying our best over here and learning new stuff every day." Rip Etika 829 said, "Yo, why is this randomly on my YouTube feed? Well, I hope our broadcast is informative for you, even if you're not from our school. Hit that like and subscribe, possibly." Even more comments from 2 weeks ago. Mr. Z said, "Thanks for not spoiling the next movie for me." As I said, Travis is trying his hardest not to spoil movies, but it happens. A lot more comments from 2 weeks ago. DSJ1975 said, "Blink twice if you're fine." And now, here's some comments from last Monday. Mr. Z said, "So much better. Now I want to go see that movie, and you almost didn't spoil it for me." Once again, I can applaud Travis for not spoiling, or trying not to. Yesterday's Travis Corner was crazy, and I'm sorry for the spoiler. We're trying, once again. Comment from last Tuesday. Contain name 5965 said, "This is some fire stuff on God. Keep the stuff up, my fellow guys." Thank you, Contain name 5965, for the kind words. We are trying to do more skits and add more fun stuff. So if anyone ever has recommendations or suggestions, comment below. TJ said, "Hey guys, I'm TJ." Hi TJ, I'm Mason. A comment from last Thursday, Mr. Z said, "A timeless classic that shaped the Gen X generation. The Sesame Street record with classic hits like Rubber Ducky and I Love Trash, sung by favorites such as Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, and Ernie. A can't miss masterpiece." I agree with your choice. Sesame Street is so amazing, especially their music. I personally like the Best of Sesame Street album. I will see if we can work one of those into one of the segments. Comments from last Friday. Mr. Dick said, "Another album should be Moving Pictures by Rush." I have never heard of this one, but I personally will check it out, and I'll see if one of our producers will want to add it. Milo FN1BJ said, "Next album should be Rubber Soul by the Beatles." I personally love the Beatles, and Rubber Soul is such a good album by them. It has all the classic Beatles sounds. I'll see if I can get this one in, but we have a lot of requests. So thank you, Milo. Butt Cheese and Rice said, "I don't know what this school is or anything, but this popped up on my recommended." Well, thank you, Butt Cheese and Rice, for commenting and watching. Maybe if you hit that like and subscribe, You could get more of us if you wanted. Call me JJ9147 said Donda. So I assume you're talking about an album of the day. I will see if I can work that one in because I know there are some Kanye fans, but we'll have to see. Now on to comments from Tuesday. Tax Fraud 2724 said, album recommendation, Boyhood Birthday. Well, thank you for the suggestion, Tax Fraud 2724. I'll make sure that gets put on at some point. I also hope you aren't committing tax fraud. I might have to report you to the IRS. And finally, Mr. Z said, I too know Japanese. We are very fluent in Japanese over here at the Tribecast. And with that, thank you to everyone who commented. If you'd like me to read your comments in the future, leave your comments on any future episode of the Tribecast, and I'll try and get to them. Even if they don't appear on here, we read them all, so suggestions and reviews are recommended and encouraged on our broadcast. This has been your host, Mason Bryan, for the Viewer's Verdict. And remember, forever proud, forever strong, forever Indians.